What I want to do today is give you the perfect morning routine for someone who has a low back sensitivity, a disc herniation, disc bulge, even a disc rupture. This is something that I personally used and made sure that I followed strategically, step by step, after rupturing my L5-S1 disc and navigating my way out of pain without surgery or medication. Now, before we jump in, if you're looking to use exercise to get out of pain, I've got a super valuable guide that I know that you're going to love. If you go to fitnessforbackpain.com/pain-free training, I literally break down what you should be doing with a herniation, with a bulge, even with a fusion, and you're looking to exercise and do it smart and not do it in a way that's going to provoke or poke at your pain and actually get you out of pain in the long run. Be sure to grab that before you go any further, fitnessforbackpain.com/pain-free training. So when it comes to the perfect morning routine, if you have a disc herniation, disc bulge, and you're trying to get your day started, there's really 5 things that I tend to focus on. I make sure that these 5 things are being done and executed perfectly. The first one is how you're getting out of bed. You've got to be very, very careful because when it comes to sensitivity, when it comes to sciatica, when it comes to herniations, bulges, or ruptures in my situation, your back is very sensitive. It's very picky on how you do certain things, and you have to respect that. Don't fear it. Don't say, oh, poor me, I can't do anything. No, you can do something. And the first thing you do is getting out of bed strategically. Now, there's a right and a wrong way of doing it. Most of us kind of just get up out of bed carelessly, right? We kind of just winch ourselves. We contract, we brace, take a deep breath, and we try to get up out of bed just all willy-nilly. Well, the right way of doing it is a little bit more structured. You've got to roll over onto your side. You've got to give yourself a chance to support and then push yourself up, then using your hands, using other limbs to get you out of bed. But not just that, it's the way you breathe and move at the same time. Oftentimes we will kind of hold our breath and we kind of go into this movement when what you should be doing is actually exhaling as you roll over, exhaling as you're standing up. Why that is because it's keeping you from protecting or bracing out of fear. When you exhale, it's really hard to brace and protect, causing that stiffness, causing that tension that you already are experiencing. The second key element to a perfect morning routine is making sure you're getting up and giving yourself enough time. It's crazy how many people I know who will literally get up with the exact amount of time it takes for them to wake up, put their clothes on, grab something to eat from the fridge, get in their car and drive to work right before they're supposed to be there. That's mind-blowing to me coming from someone who wakes up like hours in advance because I just like to do that. What I suggest you do as you're building your perfect ideal morning routine is give yourself more time. There are so many very specific variables that happen first thing in the morning within the first hour of waking up that can really make or break your day. So if you're jumping out of bed and rushing, trying to put your clothes on, trying to grab something to eat, trying to say bye to your family or feed your dog or whatever you're trying to do, a lot of things are gonna happen that shouldn't be happening or that could be prevented from happening that are actually could be major triggers for you and your specific pain tolerance. The third critical element to the perfect morning routine is no bending, no twisting, and no stretching within the first hour after waking up. Due to biology, due to what happens to your body and spine overnight when you wake up, there are just key things that make your low back or could make your low back more sensitive. So the most important thing is not kind of poking the bear or picking the scab of that sensitivity too early, because there's aspects to your sensitivity, there's aspects to your symptoms that you experience first thing when you wake up that you just can't help. There's an underlying sensitivity that you should be addressing through other ways. But for the morning routine, the best investment that you could make in your body and in your future for the rest of the day is making sure you're not doing anything like stretching or excessive bending or excessive twisting within that first hour of your day. So what does that mean? Well, what I used to do is I used to kind of hack my morning. If all of my clothes and shoes and pants or whatever it was on the floor, I'm now bringing these things up to being chest level so I can grab them and put them on without having to bend over, right? Can I cook and eat standing? Do I have to sit down to have my breakfast, drink my coffee, read the news or whatever I'm doing? No, you can stand. So make those small deposits into the bank of your body so that you can build wealth when it comes to reducing sensitivity, getting stronger, and having lasting relief. The fourth critical element to the perfect morning routine is going for a 10 to 15 minute fast-paced walk. Now there's a bonus you can add to this fast-paced walk, and I suggest you do it as early as possible in your morning. But you can experiment with one of two things. One, picking two non-threatening, non-aggressive core exercises that you know work really well with your body and do them before your walk, or go for your walk, come back, and then do those two core exercises before you get the rest of your day started. Now, there's really no major difference in when you do those core exercises. It's gonna come down to what feels really good for you. For the most part, I think doing them after the walk will feel the best and be the best for most people. But be your own advocate, be your own strength coach in a sense of getting out of relief and making smarter decisions. A lot of people look over walking like, oh, that's kind of like a warm-up type of thing, when a fast-paced walk to a sensitive spine, post-fusion, herniations, bulge, is one of the best entry-level workouts that you can do. And it's also one of the best warm-ups you can do. So whether you're looking at it from a highly sensitive position where you're like, dude, I'm so much in pain, I'm so sensitive, but I want to do something, fast-paced walking is an amazing workout for your entire body. If you're on the other side and you're like, hey, I just want to get my day started, I want to get my workout started, what's the best way to warm up? A fast-paced walk. And if you can't do 10 to 15 minutes, that's fine. Find an amount of time that works for you and just do it. And the fifth and final most important element to the perfect morning routine is once you come home from your workday, and if you can, multiple times throughout the day, but let's just say you're at work all day and you can't, and you come home from work, spend 5 to 15 minutes, depending on how much you can manage, of time on your stomach. I call this tummy time for all the parents out there. But if you're not a parent, just spend time on your stomach, face down, not cobra pose, not some Mackenzie extension exercises, not any kind of yoga. Just lay face down on the ground and deep breathe into your butt cheeks, okay? Like literally just lay there and spend the time relaxing the low back, relaxing these muscles, breathing into your ribs, not your chest, but the base of your ribs, expanding your stomach. If you can work up to where you can support your chin under your head, that's extension. That's gonna help with that herniation or that bulge. If you can get to the point where you're here, do that. This is very powerful tools and a progressive way of approaching being on your stomach and working in some kind of extension to get relief. Now, I know what you're thinking, well, that fifth point really wasn't done in the morning, William. Like, what gives? Well, what that's doing is it's actually setting yourself up for success for the next morning. Every mistake or every decision you make could impact how you feel the following day, which is why I don't suggest you do a bunch of stretching before you go to bed, which is why I don't suggest you do a bunch of stretching before you go into work or first thing in the morning. Let your body relax, let your body come to some kind of homeostasis, and then make small, smart investments that are gonna not only fix the rest of your day, but that are gonna set your next morning routine up for success. These 5 things are what I hammered for years and years and years, to the point where I was able to get myself out of chronic pain with sciatica symptoms, with a ruptured disc, without any kind of surgery or medication, to get to the point where I can now wake up in the morning and not have debilitating chronic pain. So removing things that could be triggers and adding things that promote healing, health, and a better ideal spine situation when it comes to your hygiene, how you move in the morning. And they always lead to a less sensitive, less aggressive start to the day. Don't forget, if you haven't gotten it yet, go get that pain-free training guide. It's completely free. It's gonna help you get into the gym, start building strength smarter, and getting out of pain. You can get it at fitnessforbackpain.com/pain-free training. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next episode.